Okay. Good morning guys. Padayon lang kita. So again, lakta-lakta problem kay video support line niya, support line niya. This is not really the main thing ato ito face to face. But anyway, for those tira na sulod, kay mga dati, sana all. So okay lang si tiya. Sa pangatawin ni gid niya tiyo ko siya. Paya naman. Mo pa na saragbot. Basta ako na trabaho lang ako. Na problem 5, you have a baseball is thrown from the roof of a 22-meter building. With initial velocity, I can solve ko na inihan sa nga section. But anyway, this is a good example para ipakitaan iba-ibang solution. I think tuwagadla. Sa 12 meters per second, 53.5 above the horizontal. What is the speed of the ball just before it strikes the ground? Use energy methods and ignore air resistance. So actually, tatanggalong ko ini nga word. Kung bagay himong ko niya quiz, tatanggalong ko nga word. Kay conquest na. Kay meaning, gitatagaan ko kamo hinliway, bahala ka mo ano na yung pag-solve, basta lang ma-solve. Basta na-analyze lang niyo. Pero luwat kay, di ka mo maaram, paano nagkamapin equation. Ibalo si tiya, kay pangan cheating ito ya. Of course, you have to start from kinematics or you have to start from somewhere else. Let's say, hining a topic, energy methods. Anyway, sige daw. Baseball, 22 meters. So, I think may dahil na similar problem na solve ko na kinematics. Kore-kore lang tiya. But anyway, I draw it like this. So, this is your building. Tapos, adin lumabay. Diba? Pak! Ito na. And then, ma-curve ito ya. And then, it will fall up the building. So, adin mo base and building. Diba? This is drawing ni sir. Puro lang mga stick. And then, 22, this building is 22 meters. The building is 22 meters. So, gina-assume natin nga ini nga height, cut of the day, negligible na. Baga ini cut of the day is 22 meters. Ang pag-release niya kamot. Pwede mo gati class, pero gutay malatiha kaysa 22 meters, that would just be mga around point something meters, di ba? Ano mo height ang tao. But anyway, neglect na latiha dida. So, included diha 0.20 meters. I think may daw sa estudyante nga nagpakiana, sir, ano man sir ang kuan? And that was a good question. Ba't ko natagaan ko tiyang point? So, mo pa yung mga question. Sana nahinumduman ko para natatagaan ko yung points actually. Because from your question, that will encourage you actually to analyze it properly. Okay? I don't know, hinad to, nakalimot na ako. But my students really are, of course, one of the best because they will be engineers. Malipayon na kina nagtututo yung mga mag-engineer kaysa noon na, no? Uh, Dire mga engineer ang estudyante. Sabagay, dire God. I have been happy with them also because my commitment is, of course, with the teaching that I am doing. So, doesn't necessarily mean. Pero, bonus na kung baga mag-upay, mag-analyze ito yung mga estudyante because they will be an aspiring engineers, of course. So, I upload you guys. Sana all. Sana all. Sana di ka mag-correct masyado nga tapok niyo mga hurdles niyo. Because I'm always up to your kuan. Best potentials nga yung makuha kahit yung pag-eskwela. Nga ka, pa ni sa mag-istorya. But anyway, ay na kita. So, going back to the problem, that is 22 meters and then velocity of magnitude 12 meters per second. So, iningay mo initial velocity, so that is 12 meters per second. Tapos, gin-release mo tiya at an angle of 53. So, itong angle is 53.1 degrees. Ano pa? So, let's solve it two ways. I will solve it using energy methods and I will solve it using your usual kinematics or dynamics. So, whatever. Analyzing force, analyzing just motion. Okay? So, if that is potential energy, you can look at your potential energy or you need to have your kinetic energy, DD. So, this is your kinetic energy 1, kinetic energy 1, and this is your kinetic energy 2. Yes, because may daka velocity nga, dengan kailangan yung calculate velocity 2. And then you also have the potential energy here, U1, and potential energy 2. So basically, you would be using your conservation of momentum energy or your mechanical energy, meaning may dala potential nganhin kinetic energy. So anyway, ba't yung equation? I-pull ko na lang siguro next. But anyway, the equation looks like this. Um, K1 plus U1 is equal to K2 plus U2. So, from our description actually, we can, ano na pwede makuha is U2. We can neglect actually U2. Why? Because that is, wari ka na potential has zero ground. You assume nga, dini is the 0, 0. Tapos dili nga igbaw is the upper part may higher potential ka didi. Again, your potential energy is higher with respect to position. So kung the more ka nga elevated, 'di ba? Horo taas, the more nga ro taas paglagpak nimo makurkusog because again your potential energy being converted to kinetic energy is higher. So adi ka naman na ground or ito nga ball adi naman na ground so you can neglect that U2 to be 0. So meaning your equation for this is K1 plus U1, sorry, this one is U1 at first instance is equal to K2 plus U2 is 0. So here, you can compute that 1 half, uh, as you can see, kung gumamit kita ini, diri ta kailangan ng imo 53.1. You will see. Kung yan to kinematics, bagan kailangan. Anyway, himunta nga dot solution. For your K1, that is just 1 half mv, but I'm talking about the V1, 12 meters per second squared. Okay? 12 meters per second. Tapos sige squared. And then your potential energy is mg. mg, and then your height which is 22 meters. Okay? So that is your U1. How about your K2? That is 1 half m, and then your velocity 2, which is what you want to compute. Okay? So masaro sa'yo niya din eh. I do believe masaro sa'yo niya kaysa solution nga to ka ng kinematics. But anyway, let's plug the ginaghatag bahin mas waray. So makikita mo waray maghatagin mas kaya matatanggal didit mass at equation. Pwede mo kasi because these are all talking to the mass of that ball or stone ano ba tiyang ginlabay. So you can actually pwede ta gawas it mass, so that is V1 squared plus G times 22 meters gawas ko ang mass is equal to mass tapos may 1 half V2 squared. Okay, tanggalan mass. Therefore, you have the 1 half V squared. So, I will plug that 1 half and then your velocity 1 is 12 squared meters squared per second squared. So, distribute ko na nimo squared. And then plus, you have a G, 9.80665 meters per second squared multiplied by 22 meters in height. Ito, kutob dida. Which is equal now to 1 half and then you have your V2 squared. Okay? So, V2 squared is equal to 2 times ani mo product kini. Diba? So, you have your 0.5 times 12 squared plus 9.80665 times 22. Okay? Unit of that would be meter squared second squared. Meter squared second squared. Okay? And then I can square root that up and that would give me now my velocity. So how much would that be? Square root of 2 plus point 2 times 2 times 0.5 times 12 squared plus 9.80665 times 22 squared. So that would give us a 23. So depende an 24. Three significant figures. So that is 23.9. So that is 24.0. So the answer is 24.0 meters per second. Okay? So that will give us for our energy methods given calculating what is the velocity here. So let's go now to a solution using kinematics, I think. So again you can choose whatever solution you want. Kung as long as you can solve the problem really. I don't care. As long as you can just analyze it um, with your own, how you solve problems. Okay? So by kinetics, you can see that to solve that V here, you can actually use the equation on your kinematics, which is you have y, which is equal to VOY, and then time minus your 1 half GT squared. Yes. Ang problema, waray kita time. So, bangin, maybe this is not the best. I mean, we can use this one, pero sigurado magko-combine kita ng ibang mga, unlike didi, other diretso, didi kasi kailangan tan time. How about we use the third equation? Vy squared is equal to Voy squared minus your 2G. Your 2G and then your distance, which is 22 meters. Actually, this y2 minus y1. Kita dito equation. This y2 minus y1. So, didiretso. We can compute for that Vy. Kaya lang, Vy pala niya, meaning, iti mo kasi V to didi, ini nga V, that is already, V actually is equal to the square root of Vy squared plus your Vx squared. So, kulang pa niya. So, maybe you can go to the Vx. Kaya di masosolve na kasi. May na kasi Voy, di man, 12. Tapos naka-sign. Pwede kita magamit yan mo sign. Pero again, this is still y. Kung magkada kita Vx, your Vx is actually equal to Vox. Vox or your Vo cosine your angle 53.1. So that would be your Vx. So sige, square dito ya. That would be put here. So pwede na actually diretso, mahilabalay ya. So let's plug your Voy. That is 12 meters per second. Tapos ikabit na nala dayon ang Vy is sine. Sine 53.1. So iniya is Vy. So gini squared. Okay? So Vy Voy squared Voy squared minus 2G 2 times 9.80665 meters per second squared. So, ano yan? Unit didi is since meter squared per second squared. Tapos may minus dabot nga. Adi is times 22 meters. 22 meters. So, ibubutan ko na lang din sa meters. So, that is already meter squared, second squared. So, pareho na hera. Okay? So, that is already your 2G. So, inira nga tanan, amo pala ito ini. Vy squared. Which is, amo itong kailangan didi. So, dito na kailangan i-squared. Amo na tiya. Okay? Minus dilabot nga. So, Vy squared na niya nga tanan, Vy squared, and then we plus the Vo squared. The Vo squared is 12 meters per second. Meters per second, tapos cosine 53.1. Tapos ini kay Vx pa man lang niya, igi-squared ta ini nga tanan. Okay? So, that would give us the totality of that. So, let's do that. So, if that would give us the 24. So, 12 sine 53.1 squared minus 2 times 9.80665 times 22. Okay? And then plus 12 cosine times cosine 53.1. And then squared. Square root. Oh, what happened? Di ko aram kaya no diri na-calculate pero I do believe pwede talayo sa usahon. Ilaban na dandoro, di na naman kita calculator. Or bangin may the negative. Ano ha? Maybe there's a negative here. This should be a plus. Vy squared is Voy minus 2g. Your distance is 22. That should be a positive. Your 22 is negative, so this should be a positive. All in all. Equation natin negative, pero yung 22 kasi is magne-negative siya. Ito dito. So, okay. So, magiging plus lang siya. So, magpa-plus lang yon yung square root 12 sine 53.1 squared plus 2 times 9.80665 times 22. So, plus na siya. Tapos, plus 12 times 12 cosine 53.1. Tapos, i-squared to siya. So, all in all, you have 23.9. So, diretso na. So, that would give us a 24.0 meters per second. Diba? Asan yung mas mahirap? So, I do believe mas madali itong isa. Dito banda is, I don't know. But I do believe mas madali itong isa. Itong banda dito. Anyway, they both got a 24 meters per second. So again ha, kahit ito yung gawin nyo, okay lang yun. As long as ma-solve nyo yung problem. So tatanggalin ko yung use energy method. So bahala kayo, what method will you use? Wag lang yung cheating method. Anyway, kung may cheating method, kayo na. Pag mahuli kayo, pasensyahan na naman. So ba't sir, paulit-ulit ka sir? Kasi paulit-ulit nyo pa rin ginagawa. Mayroon pa rin akong nahuhuli. 'Di ba? Hindi niyo mawawala sa akin 'yun. Kung buotan lang kamo tanan, pwede ko man kamo papasara na lang tanan. I don't know. Makore kasi. Kung dilot ka ma-engineer. Anyway, what is the answer for part A if the initial velocity is at angle B? What is the answer for part A if the initial velocity is at an angle of 53.1 below the horizontal? So, babalikan natin yung problem pero kukumputin natin ngayon na sorry. I have to cut the solution kasi mahaba na. I'll just go back.